Good morning. It's day 29 here at the allotment. As you can see, the rain is coming from the skies. I'm getting very wet. We decided today to use the appliance of science for moving wood chips. So what we did was we filled every bucket, crate and box that we had, stuffed it in the car and dragged it down here and dumped it over the fence. And we're going to do a couple more runs, all being well. And maybe we'll have enough wood chip to cover a fairly big area by the time we're done. Yeah, let's get to it. So I'm not sure. I think it's an unwritten rule that whenever we go to a garden centre, we have to spend money. We went to the garden centre to get some more compost, good compost, rather than the stuff that's provided by the council. And while we were there, we decided to buy a plum tree and some potato seeds, garden planter, and free cardboard. And a hedgehog statue. Oh yeah, it's in here. So yeah, we've been busy. I don't know what it is. We've spent a considerable, exorbitant amount of money when we only went for one thing. Here is the tree that we've bought. Prunus domestica Victoria plum tree. The reason I love the Victoria plum tree, I'm not sure if I've talked about this before, is that I grew up with a Victoria plum tree when I was a kid. I love the taste of Victoria plums. Yes, I know, she's just rolled her eyes at me. But yeah, so we got one. We decided to buy one. We're going to plant one of these today. On the way out, Bex decided to ram it into the top of the door of the shop as we were leaving, so we've broken this Victoria plum tree. And we did, however, coincidentally buy some rooting compound, so we're going to use that rooting powder to see if we can root a second plum tree. So we're deciding where our plum tree is going to go, and I'm kind of having a feeling that I want a dead center of the plot. It could be like a focal point for the plot. I think it would be really nice, just something dead center, and people could see it as they walk past. Quick potato update. If we look over here, you can see how our potatoes are going now. I think these ones are doing fantastically well. This one especially is getting quite tall in this one. Speaking of potatoes, while we were at the garden centre, they had seed potatoes. Could have bought a big bag for like £7, or they had them for 25p each. So we bought 10 of these seed potatoes to chuck in and see how well we get on. Look at them. Little moldy, well, wrinkly little things. Yeah, these are Duke of York potatoes, and apparently they're good for boiling and roasting. So we could get some good roast potatoes or good chips out of these things. I'm looking forward to seeing what we get. But let's get them into the ground and yeah, see what we get. What you can see here is I've basically used my edging tool to make a trench by just sweeping it backwards and forwards to make a trench to chuck these things in. We're going to do 5 aside, little football match between the two potatoes. Don't know what they're going to get up to while we're doing this. Chuck them in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the 5th, and same over there. No one actually ever got back to us and said, "Oh, BT Dubs, you got to plant them. You've got to plant them shoot side down or shoot side up or something." So I'm just going to put them sideways and let nature decide, you know. There we go. We're ready to cover them up again. And then we'll probably throw down, since we bought a load of compost, we'll probably throw down a load of compost on top. Work them up, build them up either side. So let's go open a bag of compost. And then I'll dump the rest in the middle so that it can be spread as and when needed, or build up as and when needed. And all we need to do is give this stuff a good watering, I think. That's good quality compost. Look at that compared to the stuff we get from here. That's the thing though, the council compost that we get provided comes basically from the brown bins, the food waste that is dumped by the local area. It goes away to compost and then it's provided for free to the allotment. But it is per quality stuff. There'll be a lot of weeds and stuff in there. I've even come up with some cigarette filters. Seriously, I found some of that in amongst all this stuff. So it's not high quality, which is why it's not a bad idea to go and find a local garden centre. Great thing about our local garden centre is they also offer you 10% discount for allotment owners. So we got 10% off on most of the stuff. Not actually the compost, because it's part of a 2 for 3 offer, or 3 for 2 offer. But it's way better quality. You can tell just from the feel of it. It feels nicer. It just feels way nicer compared to this stuff. This stuff is, you can see it. You can actually see the distinct difference between the two. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of success with these potatoes. I'm looking forward to seeing them because, I mean, I'm fulfilling stereotype here, but I love my potatoes. Really love my potatoes. It's a good day for bodging here on the allotment as well. One of the things that Bex wanted to buy was these sort of over the fence plant pots or planters for putting herbs and things in. So what she's thinking of is, you're thinking salad or herbs or strawberries is going to go in here. We needed a place to put it because we don't, I mean, would you trust anyone if we were to mind it on the fence? I wouldn't be so sure. I would think people are coming and stealing our strawberries. So we decided to mind it here. To do that, we had to bodge this together. It's a good day on the allotment when you're bodging something together. And so we've got this here. It's holding everything together. Do that. I don't know what that's for. We'll find out as time goes on. So we've got our hole dug for our plum tree. It's looking good. Look at the size of that hole, as professional Minecrafter, good times with Scar would say. So now we're just going to get the tree put in. Hopefully everything will be fine. Good luck, little tree. I wonder if we should name this tree. Well, okay, that's a good point. We'll make sure it fits.
Oh.
I think it'll be all right. It's actually, it goes deeper, but pots, because the pot is solid, it's not letting it go down.
Okay.
So I think that's okay. I think that's all right. Just doing a little bit at a time. There we go. And that's it.
Well, that's pretty even with the surface. It's pretty good.
That's not bad at all. And then we just got to fill it in. All right, let's just get this hole filled in. Don't want my tree to be in an angle. I'm excited about, a tree. I'm planting a tree. I don't think I've ever in my life planted a whole tree before. It's a unique experience knowing that something like this could be here long after we're gone. It did occur to me as I was picking the spot that this was originally 2 plots cut in half down the middle, as you remember when we first started. And I've put this right dead center. So that is 2 plots. If we move on, 2 plots will have to share the plum tree. We're bringing people together through the use of a plum tree. One of the things that was recommended to us by, there's another YouTuber, Tony C. Smith. Check him out, he knows his stuff. Fish, blood and bone. Natural feed for a healthy garden. So we're going to chuck this down around our tree. We're going to throw some water and more soil at it. The reason you throw more soil at it is to not attract any wildlife that might want to eat the stuff that's in here. And then hopefully we'll get good soil fertility. Good luck, little tree. I'm hoping that this drains away. Or if we planted our tree in the only plot of clay. This is clay from 2 foot down. No, it's slowly draining away. So we've got a bit of that. And I'm going to throw more soil on top, like I said, just to prevent any unwanted creatures, critters, or whatever coming in to try and eat it. We still are thinking about getting a wildlife camera. My only concern I'd have is that people around might go, hey, they've got a camera there, they're watching me, and they might sort of want it taken down, or they might take it down themselves. That's my only concern. So there is a part of me that thinks, should I put a sign beside the camera going, wildlife camera, don't touch? Or should I try and hide the camera? Which would be the more beneficial? If you could, I don't know where we could hide it. But yeah, we're still thinking about it. Another first we're going to attempt right at the very end of the day here is we're going to try and root the bit of the plum tree that Bex broke off. So following the instructions, we've had to soak it in water for a bit, shake off the excess water, and then dip this in about 2 centimeters into this rooting powder that we have. Okay, dip it in. Remove leaves, standing, shake off excess water, dip into rooting powder, and then plant into the soil. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Chuck it down in, and we'll see how it goes. That's that's pretty much all that's involved. There are two schools of thought with this stuff. One person I'd seen said just leave it in the water after you put the compound in. The instructions say put it in the soil. What we're going to do as well is we're going to put it into our polytunnel and see, hopefully that'll provide a bit of protection. And we'll see if this dies or gains life over the next couple of weeks. That's another watch we're doing. We're doing bean watch, potato watch, seedling watch, and now tree watch. Here we are, end of the day at the allotment. It's been a big day. It's been a long day. We've been very busy. Wanted to give you a seedling update, seedling watch 2022. Here we go. This is the spinach. Look, this one has nearly doubled in size from the last time we were talking. We're seeing more growth in all of them. Very excited at that. These are also starting to get bigger. They're doing very well, I think. As we move over, we can see how some of our salad leaves are going. They're growing very nicely. And finally, two of our beans are doing fantastically so far. No signs of life in the others yet. Hopefully that'll come soon. But anyway, that's it for a day, a busy day at the allotment. We've got a load of wood chip moved. We've planted a tree. We've tried to plant another tree. We've planted, we've done lots of stuff. I can't keep track. I'm an old man now. Anyway, until the next time, this has been JTN Bex. Bye.